Hello again, everyone. I'm here with my next requested video. Again, apologies for the length of time it's taking for me to get my requests out. But when I do a request, I never forget. I always make sure it's all written down and I always get round to it. So the person that requested Life Path 1 Soul Urge number 3, at last I have finally managed to post it for you. So this is for you. And it's for anyone else that's a Life Path 1 and Soul Urge number 3 and wants to know a little bit more about themselves. Now, before I move on, I wanted to remind you guys that if you go to Amazon and you search for my name, and there's my name right in front of you, you'll find my books on numerology, which not only will give you details about your own chart, but it's two thick books that give you all the information you need to start to read numerology for other people. So if you're interested in that, please go to Amazon, put in the name Katie Ewers, and because it's such a weird name, my books come straight up. So they're on Amazon right now for you guys. So let's get to the nitty gritty. So Life Path 1, this is your areas of development. That's what you're here to achieve. It's your evolution for this lifetime. So when you're a Life Path 1, you've got to learn to be an initiator, a beginner, to be uniquely creative, to bring new ideas, to channel new ideas to this world. You must learn your spirituality, learn to channel new and unique ideas from source energy. Then you need to trust your confidence, your intuitive voice within, to provide you with the inner strength and the confidence to express your unique world-changing ideas to others, and the independence and strong leadership skills to powerfully initiate and manifest your ideas on earth to create change. Now, of course, because you're a Life Path 1, this is not going to be easy, and there's going to be serious confidence issues that are going to hold you back at times, especially when a Life Path 1 is still looking to others for validation. So there's lots to develop there when you're a Life Path 1 looking to be uniquely creative and manifesting that unique creativity on earth. So as we're going to talk about, there's going to be some things you need to achieve as a Life Path 1. And with your Soul Urge number 3, you may find that element more difficult, or you might find it a bit easier. And don't forget, you've got to take your expression number into account as well. So it's like putting it all together. So as a Soul Urge motivated 3 energy, you're driven to socialize, to verbally express yourself with fun, positive, authentic emotion and creativity to inspire, inform and delight. Very much performers, teachers, speakers, creative artists, and that's what you love when you're a Soul Urge 3. You love to be a performer. You desire to be a performer, a speaker or creative artist. So whatever medium you like to create in, you're quite happy in front of an audience. You'd love to be. You dream of being in front of an audience, showing your creativity to the world, enjoying the limelight of your adoring audience. You're comfortable and have no problem with being interdependent. You like to be dynamic, courageous, doer. Sometimes you like to be a bit dependent, but you're working on being more interdependent with your creativity, but you're dynamic, you're courageous, you do rather than plan, very much an executor of ideas. This is what you want to do. So you're going to hate planning when you're a Soul Urge 3. It's all about performance and authentic emotion, socializing, independence, liking to be dynamic, to get things done, to be that executor of ideas. It doesn't necessarily mean you can do all these things, but you're passionate about wanting to do these things. So you're an executor of ideas, but you're quite happy to listen to guidance, because sometimes, you need to struggle to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So looking for guidance is something you like to do. You want to be a social genius and a skilled networker, confidently opportunistic, talkative, and you want to be the social person that's fun to be around. Now, a lot of that confidence and expressiveness that the Soul Urge number 3 motivates you to have will have quite a profound impact on the expression of your unique ideas for your Life Path 1. So some things in your life path will be helped by your Soul Urge number 3, and some things not so much. So first and foremost, as a Life Path 1, you're here to learn to connect to source energy, to download and channel unique new ideas. You often hide your new ideas from low confidence, and the whole thing about the one is to have your own inner compass, trust your intuition, and get your ideas out there no matter what anyone says. Because people are going to scoff when a one brings new ideas, because people don't like change. You tend to sort of touch their comfort zone a little bit too tightly, and it gets them all of a dither. So some people can get actually quite nasty with a one that brings new ideas that touch their comfort zone. So the one channels the new. They are first gear. They bring the new ideas down, and they want to express it to the world. But because it's different, it's new, it's unique, a lot of people scoff at it and call them weirdos. And a lot of the time, the one will then crawl back under their rock and hide their ideas from everyone, which is not what they're meant to do. They're meant to trust their intuition and get those ideas out there anyway, no matter what naysayers will say to them. But your three motivation energy means that you love to express yourself verbally, emotionally, and creatively to audiences, to anyone that will listen, your social group, audiences, family, anyone that will listen. You want to express your ideas, but you're not going to be so motivated to go to the point of spirituality and sit quietly and channel those ideas. Your brain's moving too fast. So honestly, often your motivation in the three energy, this go, go, go motivation energy, can actually stop you from sitting quietly and channeling those new ideas in the first place. Because the Soul Urge 3 prefers action. They're motivated by outward expression. So they may not make quiet time for quiet focus and spiritual channeling of their own ideas. So to achieve your life path one, it's important that you ensure that even if you're not motivated to do so, that you're engaging in regular spiritual practice that's going to assist you to channel your own innovative ideas to bring the change that you're here to bring. Then break through self-doubt to express your own unique ideas to your audience to bring about as much change as you possibly can. Because you're here to learn to be the ideas person, but you struggle to bring your unique ideas to reality, not only because of low confidence and naysayers and people getting all uppity with the one for touching their comfort zone, but also because ones tend to like starting new things. They start, lose interest, and they're not very good with follow through. The life path one needs to bring other people in to help them with their follow through. Otherwise, they bring ideas and then they lose interest quickly, which can mean they struggle to manifest those ideas on earth, which is what they're here to do. So your three motivation energy, your three passion and your three drive could exacerbate your struggle to stick with ideas long enough to manifest them, because threes are very here, there and everywhere. They do become bored and restless very, very quickly, because threes love adventure and variation and experiencing the new. So this can exacerbate the life path one's difficulty with getting bored quickly and not sticking with ideas. They lose interest after the initial idea. And three, they're a creative expresser, but oftentimes they struggle with their focus as well. So achieve that life path one by ensuring that you learn to focus on your own unique ideas. And I mean focus, taking time to make sure your ideas are manifested on earth. Whatever you need to do, whatever planning or team building you need to do, or work that you need to do individually to get those ideas achieved, especially expressing them to your audience, is important. And you've got to focus on those ideas long enough to be able to do that, long enough to express and manifest them with authentic positive emotion, because that's what you can do when you're a Soul Urge 3. You really want to be authentically emotion, and you can use that passion for performance to help you to express your unique ideas to the world. So you're here to learn to be confident in your uniqueness. You're not meant to follow the crowd. Ones are here to put a cat amongst the pigeons and bring some change. Ones don't like doing anything everyone else has done. They like to be unconventional, bring change. They're catalysts, they're change agents. So they've got to be confident in their uniqueness, because unique people have unique, groundbreaking ideas. And it's important that you're not craving validation from others. You're not going to get validation from someone when you touch their personal comfort zone, even if it is a positive change for the world. So your 3 motivation energy means that you may not want to express your own uniqueness, because 3s love to be social, and they love to be the center of attention for things that they're happy with being the center of attention for. If they're happy to be the center of attention for being weird and different and unique, then that's amazing, because that's just what the 1 is all about. You may prefer to distance yourself from responsibility, because 3s are not motivated by responsibility, and that you may not want the responsibility of the idea on your shoulders, as you don't respond well to criticism from others either. So if the responsibility for the idea is on a motivated 3's shoulders, you know, the 3 is not going to take that well. They absorb people's negative responses, and they're going to either get upset about the criticism or try and distance themselves from the idea, because they tend to absorb other people's fearful or negative responses to their ideas, because they're so motivated to share their emotions and absorb others' emotions. They can struggle when other people respond negatively. So to support that all-important life path 1, learn to embrace your uniqueness and realize the importance of sharing your uniqueness with the world. Nothing ever changes without the 1. It's the 1 and the double 1 that brings all the change and the positivity, the positive change to this world. You're not here to be validated by others. You're here to change them and challenge the status quo. And if people don't like it, well, that's just tough, isn't it? Because change has got to happen whether people are comfortable about it or not. And positive change is obviously the best form of change that we want. So you've got to be a practical initiator when you're a 1. First gear. You're the 1 that initiates. You're the action taker. You're the doer. And you've got to just do it and learn by experience, because when you're bringing a new idea, planning is useless anyway, because it's an idea that no one's ever brought before. You've just got to learn as you go. And, you know, 1s aren't one for planning. They, as far as they're concerned, only action works, and they'll just learn by their mistakes. 3, your 3 motivation energy is brilliant, is cool with that. They're a driven doer. They don't like planning any more than the 1 does. So they're an executor of ideas with loads of passion to express themselves with their words, emotions, or their physical body or their hands. So to achieve the life path 1, ensure that you answer your drive to act and confidently express your channeled ideas, and your 3 talent will assist you to initiate and take action and act dynamically and learn by experience how you manifest your ideas in the real world. You need to learn to trust your intuitive voice within also. So important for a 1. The 1 is a channeler of the new ideas, new information, very, very spiritual life path. But you need to trust that intuitive voice within in order to support your confidence in this lifetime. Vital. Your confidence tree, which bears all your fruit, needs to be fed with the soil of your intuition and your perceptions and your own inner compass that isn't dependent on validation or lack of validation from other people. So your intuition should be what you trust the most. It's going to help you to achieve balanced confidence in yourself and balanced confidence in your abilities, because you've confidently and intuitively channeled what you're doing now. So you know it's the right thing to do. You don't have to ask anyone else if it's any good. You know intuitively that it's good. So you don't need validation from others. And you've got to trust that intuitive voice within. And that's something the 1 struggles to do. They have low confidence, they're fearful, and they seek validation from others when they should only be seeking validation from the intuitive voice within them, because that's what being a 1 is all about. But your 3 drive, your 3 motivation energy makes you very focused on external expression, putting yourself out there, speaking to people, creating and interaction with other people. And that's going to be prioritized when it comes to your passion and motivation over your inner work and the development of your intuition and spirituality. As I said earlier, it's similar with the channeling lark. The motivated 3 is going to struggle to take that time out every day to find that spiritual center. So support that life path 1 by again focusing on your spirituality and your inner world. Engage in intuitive development. Start taking notice of your intuition and start trusting it and acting on it. The more you are aware of your intuitive voice and your feelings and your gut reactions, the more you'll start to listen and follow that inner guidance rather than listening to the opinions of other people that are often jealous and don't have your best interests at heart, or they're speaking to you from an energy of fear. And that's not something that a one should be held back by, because the opinions of others should be irrelevant to a one. You need to bring unique, new, groundbreaking ideas that bring change. We can't stay the same. We've got to challenge others' comfort zones. You've got to learn to be brave, confident, and willing to take risks to communicate those new ideas to others. It's vital, or ones will never manifest change. And we need change. We've got to evolve. So your three, motivation, your drive, your energy, means that you love danger, you love change, you love adventure. So a lot of threes that engage in adrenaline sports and all kinds of dangerous, risky pursuits because they love all that. Threes are quite exhilarated by risk, and they're driven to enjoy the attention and the limelight of an audience. Doing dangerous things or scary things while people are watching is something that would really excite a motivated three. So support that life path one. Don't be held back from expressing your unique ideas courageously. What's the worst that can happen? You're going to bring change. You're going to be a catalyst for change, and you're not here to make friends. Okay? You're here to change people. So you must be brave and willing to take risks. Challenge that status quo. Put a cat amongst the pigeons. Smash convention. It's what you're here to do. You're a change catalyst, and that's what you're here to be. You're here to learn to be interdependent, because sometimes the one can think they can do it all by themselves. They're like super independent, put the car into first gear, don't need your help, don't need anyone else's help. And then they struggle because either their confidence is low or they lose interest, and then they struggle to move forward. So it's so important that a one is interdependent. Not so independent that they push others away and refuse to delegate, and not so dependent that they do nothing. A balanced sense of interdependence. You can't initiate and manifest all on your own. Well, you can initiate on your own as a one, but you're going to struggle to get those ideas out into the mainstream on your own. You need others. You need a two, a three, a four, a five. You need all the other numbers to advise you and be there around with you. And we're all interconnected. We affect each other, and we're interconnected with each other. So interdependency is really important. So your three, motivation, energy, their one tendency in the life path one likes to be independent, but the three, soul urge energy, likes to be looked after and supported. A soul urge three could quite happily marry someone rich and never work again and be supported, which is not, a lot of signs wouldn't be down with that, but a three would be quite happy to be dependent on other people. They're not motivated necessarily to be overly independent and do everything themselves. So you have no problem with being dependent, as it brings you a childlike freedom and a creativity that you enjoy, and a flexibility of your schedule and your routine and of your spirit. But your fierce independence is going to be balanced out. So your fierce independence in the one is going to be very balanced out by your three, dependency. But don't swing from one to the other. Try and find a consistent balance of interdependence, where you know when you can be independent, you know when you need to be dependent, and you know when you can be interdependent, but mostly interdependent where you can. You don't want to be all independent and all dependent. A mix of the two is what you need. So to support that life path one, you must exercise both independence and dependence and balance the two, and do the independence dependence thing at the appropriate times, and giving and receiving in equal measure, so that you're in a balanced way interconnected with others. The one is an achiever, here to be determined to succeed. So they're very much into spiritual development, self-discovery, personal development. It's all key to develop their confidence in themselves and their skills, spiritual and intuitive development, self-discovery, finding out who they are, developing themselves personally with wisdom and all kinds of research information about the human condition, because this knowledge of your skills and this self-confidence that can come from that can serve as a kind of security blanket when you are feeling like a one often does, insecure and underconfident. So Your 3, motivation, energy and drive, not going to be so interested in lone study or self-discovery or research. They're more likely to be very inconsistent when it comes to drive and determination to succeed, because they're very, very motivated by however they're feeling in that moment. They hate to commit, Soul Edge 3s, and their work motivation is based really on their inconsistent emotions and whoever they're feeling at the time. And their fluctuating emotions can cause a fluctuating confidence as well. So to support that life path 1, engage in constant self-discovery as much as you can. You won't be motivated to do it, but try it. Think of it as part of your purpose to bring new things as a motivated, confident 1. So go against the motivation zone a bit and spend a bit of time doing a bit of quiet self-discovery, spiritual development, personal development. And this is all going to assist you to intuitively trust yourself rather than basing your decisions on the opinions of others. Never, never, never do that when you're a 1. So you need to develop a consistent work ethic and a consistent balanced determination to achieve success, and getting your ideas out there whether people agree with you or not. And the more they disagree, the better, I say, because you're not here to validate others. You're here to smash their comfort zones. And if that upsets them, well, that's a bit diddums really, isn't it? So you've got to learn to be a powerful leader as well. When you're a 1 initiator, you've got to learn to be a leader, dominant and assertive. You've got to lead others to the fruition of your ideas, but with balanced personal power so that you're not a tyrant or you're not too submissive. You're here to be a leader with balanced personal power so that you're not too aggressive or not too submissive, but you're able to intuitively and confidently lead others. So your 3, drive and motivation, won't want the responsibility of being a leader really. 3s aren't motivated by responsibility, and they're not overly interested in the responsibility of leadership either. They prefer, Soul Edge 3s prefer to entertain and to socialise on an equal footing with friends and social equals, rather than leading others with any kind of authority. In fact, they may even undermine their own authority with their emotional responses and their lack of drive for consistent work ethic, and unthought out decision making and hedonistic fun, which is often, only served to undermine the leadership of someone. So support that life path 1 by learning to be a confident leader who uses intuition and thought to make confident and wise decisions, because your intuition should support your confidence. Remember, the soil that is under your tree is intuition and added perceptions that you trust. Then that grows a strong trunk of confidence. Then that grows a strong blossom, which will make your tree strong. So intuition is the key to everything for you. So learn to be a confident leader, learn all the skills you need, use your intuition every day, every minute, to make confident and wise decisions that are not based on the opinions of others. Because remember, your intuition is the best. It should support your confidence and your confidence tree and the balance of your personal power. Because as a 1, your power, because you're a 1, you need, in first gear on a car, you need to be really powerful to get going, to initiate. And this power has the potential to cause ripples. 1s are always creating, whether positive or negative. All the time they're creating. So when they're positive, they're creating good. And when they're negative, they're creating not so good. So it's important that they're responsible with what they create, because their power causes ripples. And it's so important that their intentions are good because of the power that the 1 life path has, or the 1 energy has. Your 3, drive and motivation, gives you a childlike fun, spontaneous action, not really wanting to deal with the serious things. You just like to have a laugh, really. Sometimes your drive to be adventurous and dynamic can cause you to act in an irresponsible manner, because you do not always think before you act when you're a motivated 3. So this is something that really needs to be taken to task, because when you're a powerful 1 with the power to create terrible things as well as positive things, it's really important that responsibility and ethics is forefront in your mind. So To support that life path one, you've got to ensure that your intentions are positive and responsible, and be aware of how your actions and behavior impacts on others as a powerful, initiating, manifesting one. So I hope you've liked this video today, telling you all what you need to do to be a one. Now I do readings, I have books on sale, I have courses on Udemy, I have loads of things going on at the moment. So if you'd like a reading or you'd like to buy a book on numerology that teaches you how to read numerology, or you'd just prefer to do a course on numerology and learn all the nuances, then there's links in the description box to my books, links to my Udemy course. And if you'd like a reading, please contact me on my through my website, my email, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter. Any of these you can contact me on. Best one's email, to be honest, because I look at that most often. So that's that end of the video today. But you know, whatever I tell you guys, it's really important that if it doesn't resonate with the soul within you, that you know, you don't take it in, because it's the soul and the intuition that knows what's best for you. Okay, good luck.